Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, February 6th, at 3:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 731 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Biden says minimum wage increase looks like it's not going to survive as part of COVID-19 relief package. Millions of people under 52 get COVID vaccine at work from spring. Woman's body discovered in woods by hunters, SC coroner says. Their teen killed himself, now his parents want to save others struggling amid the pandemic. Central Intelligence Agency analyst involved with briefing Biden shouldn't be trusted after defending torture program, former Senate investigator says. Ex-GOP congressman suggests many Republicans are discussing whether to form a new anti-Trump party. 800 students and staff quarantined 2 days after resuming in-person learning. Florida adds 7,486 COVID cases and 142 deaths as the state's positivity rate increases. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says she won't be a pushover when dealing with the media. 117 inmates take over section of downtown St. Louis jail. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Doctor says Biden symptoms have improved since foot fracture while playing with his dog Major, Fox News. Wyoming GOP censures Liz Cheney over Trump impeachment vote, NBC News. Tennessee man shot, killed after YouTube video prank goes wrong, NBC News. Washington Post editorial board calls for answers from China on pandemic origins, panned, praised on Twitter, Fox News. Bond set at $3 M after ex-Ohio officer pleads not guilty in shooting death of Andre Hill, NBC News. Why Biden may block Trump from getting intelligence briefings, Vox.com. Brett Reed, son of Andy Reid and Chief's assistant, not making Super Bowl LV trip after crash left kid hurt, Fox News. Brady and Gronk star in funny T-Mobile Super Bowl commercial, TMZ. Evan Rachel Wood accuses Marilyn Manson of anti-Semitic abuse, NME. Waj on Kevin Durant being pulled from Mets vs Raptors Sports Center, ESPN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Former Hercules star Kevin Sorbo criticized by Twitter users after Hunter Biden jab. Riot aftermath, still shaken lawmakers, troops still stand guard. Tom Hanks' COVID-19 diagnosis shaped public perception of coronavirus, study finds. Thousands of farmers in India blockade highways protesting new farm laws. Tens of thousands take to the streets to protest Myanmar coup. Wuhan residents remember coronavirus whistleblower doctor a year after his death. Trump's pal Roger Stone caught hanging with Oath Keepers before Capitol attack. Florida cop fired after hugging co-worker despite her COVID-19 fears. Reps Louis Gohmert, Andrew Clyde hit with $5,000 fines for dodging metal detectors. Amateur sleuth reunite Navy meteorologist with wallet lost in Antarctica in the 60s. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Snow artist recreates Bernie with mittens. Loved ones, colleagues remember slain FBI agent. Woman arrested after refusing to wear mask. Cars buried in snow, more than 74 vehicles towed. Chief's assistant admits to drinking before crash. Men accused of robbing teens in virtual classes. Police rescue 8 human trafficking victims. 66 people rescued from ice floes. Inmates set fires during dangerous disturbance in St. Louis. Officer fired for taunting co-worker over COVID-19. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. How the U.S. lost to hackers. As U.S. vaccinations ramp up, second doses can be hard to come by. Why the U.S. needs the Romney family plan. Lawsuits take the lead in fight against disinformation. Growing chorus of NBA stars boos league's virus strategy. Michael Flynn reemerges pushing QAnon, stolen 2020 election lies. Marjorie Taylor Greene and the Republican perversion of freedom. The ugly secrets behind the Costco chicken. They stormed the Capitol, they're abstract them. Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes, a battle of the ages. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Missing California mother's family sends new message to husband, come and help us find your wife. Doctor says Biden symptoms have improved since foot fracture while playing with his dog Major. Wyoming State GOP party votes to formally censure Liz Cheney for impeachment vote. Washington Post editorial board calls for answers from China on pandemic origins, panned, praised on Twitter. Official tasked with briefing Biden reportedly defended CIA's false intel about torture effectiveness. Inmates at St. Louis jail set fire, destroy windows, for third time in weeks. AOC claims Rep. Mace only called her out to try to make a buck. Master-built family smoked sweet and spicy chicken wings. Faced with worsening budget crisis, LA looks to delay paying its bills. Brett Reed, son of Andy Reid and Chiefs assistant, not making Super Bowl LV trip after crash left kid hurt. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, February 6th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Nick Allegretti helps Kansas City Chiefs reach second Super Bowl, gonna go take care of this. Super Bowl 2021 key matchups, slowing Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. The Tom Brady legacy is beyond the scope of human understanding. Oakland woman charged with $4.5 million pandemic relief fraud, funds allegedly used on luxury lifestyle. Super Bowl 2021, CBS The Price is Right uses Plinko game to predict Super Bowl 55 winner. James Brown set to host Super Bowl pregame, halftime and post-game show for record 10th time. The X factor for Tampa 2 win is that front four. Cliff Avril breaks down why the Bucs pass rush could determine Super Bowl LV. A look at all of Tom Brady's Super Bowl records. Super Bowl LV picks, Chiefs or Bucs probably going to cover the point spread, says Sportsline's Kenny White. Lorraine Toussaint on CBS The Equalizer, I've always admired Queen Latifah. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, The Daily Mail. Love Island 2021 could be filmed in Devon or Cornwall for summer series. How did Britain end up with the worst COVID-19 death rate in the world? Has hobbling Emma Watson scooted off to get herself engaged? Tom Tagentut, our academics are prostrating themselves to a regime guilty of genocide. MI6 fears over more than a dozen UK universities links with Beijing. 100 things you never knew about Prince Philip on the eve of his century. Ursula von der Leyen brands the race for COVID vaccine supplies the new Cold War space race. Six Nations kicks off with no fans in stadiums as England take on Scotland in an empty Twickenham. A murderer, a rapist and a torturer, at the top of Spotify's drill rap playlist. Zero COVID is a mirage, says Jonathan Sumption, the virus is here to stay. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Haftar's forces welcome appointment of interim Libyan Buft. Somalia's talks on troubled election fail 2 days before vote. Chinese whistleblower doctor honored on death anniversary. Myanmar blocks internet amid first large street protests since coup. Aid groups hail U.S. taking Yemen's Houthis off terror list. Text, letter, drop-in clinic, 5 countries and the various paths for a vaccine appointment. Myanmar's military built a new capital as a haven for power. Other countries have tried that, too. With carnival scrapped, Rio's Sambadrome hosts vaccinations. Japanese leader Suga tried to soften his image with talk of pancakes and sit-ups. Polls say it hasn't worked. Discounts, tax breaks and bonuses, how governments and employers are incentivizing coronavirus vaccination. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors. The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus hive. Western Australia details vaccine rollout. More than 11.4 million in UK have had first jab. Calvert-Lewin stuns Manchester United to snatch last gasp Everton draw. US Northeast braces for second major snowstorm in a week. Australian Open arrives as Melbourne navigates bumpy road of COVID-19. Jonathan Halcroft. Face Off, the extraordinary power struggle between Vladimir Putin and Alexei Navalny. Thomas Soucek controversially sent off at end of West Ham's stalemate at Fulham. Just how effective is the Oxford coronavirus vaccine for the over 65s? David Spiegelhalter and Anthony Masters. Mike Pence to launch video podcast with conservative group. How we stay together, turns out we're really stubborn. Dust bowls and deluges, the harsh beauty of South Australia. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Wyoming GOP censures Rep. Liz Cheney over impeachment vote. 1 dead, several injured in hotel shooting in Chicago suburb. Capitol riot latest, man alleged to have repeatedly maced officers arrested. Pioneering Bulgarian alpinist dies during K2 expedition. Another snowstorm heads to northeast, latest forecast. Music to my fears, man swallows earbud while sleeping. Chicago cop accused of attempted murder in off-duty shooting. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Pope Francis appoints first woman to the Synod of Bishops. Chechnya, escaped gay men sent back by Russian police. Village submerged by red water after flood hits boutique factory. Saharan dust, orange skies and sandy snow in southern Europe. COVID pandemic, has the U.S. turned the corner? Li Wenliang, Wuhan whistleblower remembered 1 year on. Myanmar coup, internet shut down as crowds protest against military. Indonesia tigers, zookeeper killed after endangered animals escape. World top golfer Johnson leads Saudi International. French couple jailed after boy's fatal beating revealed accidentally in call. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Steer that escaped slaughter still on the loose in Rhode Island as thousands sign petition to protect it. COVID-19 tore apart inseparable couple, married for 63 years. 2 nurses work to reunite them for a date. Denver successfully sent mental health professionals, not police, to hundreds of calls. Kansas City Chiefs arrive in Tampa for Super Bowl. Memorial held in Florida for slain FBI agent. Students, staff to quarantine days after California school reopens. Outbreaks stoke tensions among state lawmakers. Latest COVID-19 updates. Procession in Florida honors slain FBI agent. Surge of unaccompanied minors at border poses challenge for Biden administration. The day in pictures. In California, troops to support state's COVID-19 vaccination sites, and new rules for booths. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Long Beach police chief recovering after being hit by a truck while out for a walk. Proposal to sue LAUSD to reopen school campuses is a political stunt, Buettner says. Los Angeles Police Department releases video of downtown robbery that injured man out with his family. Column, sick of COVID isolation? Let Holocaust survivor Joe Goldfarb show you how it's done. Sakura Gardens Retirement Home, a last vestige of Japanese-American Boyle Heights, faces partial closure. California's next COVID-19 peril, Super Bowl as super spreader event. Can we learn from past? Help the LA Public Library collect pandemic experiences to save our stories for the future. Former TPG executive William McGlashan to plead guilty in college admissions scandal. Gask makes exception to death penalty ban for boy next door killer. To get through its budget crisis, LA could postpone paying some of its bills. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, February 6th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Cuba announced Saturday that private activity will be authorized in most sectors, a major reform in the communist country where the state and its companies dominate economic activity. The measure, which was unveiled last August by Labor Minister Marta Elena Fido, was approved Friday. Egypt releases Al Jazeera journalist detained since 2016. You are not a sultan and we are not your subjects, Benghazi University students open letter to Tayyip Erdogan. My mind was blown. Kingsville couple fined $880 for Pokemon Go outing amid stay-at-home order. Oil companies buying up EV charging networks. Shell acquires Ubitricity. Canada's largest meatpacking facility is on trial for endangering its workers during the pandemic. Youth unemployment reaches alarming level in Turkey. The unemployment rate among young people in Turkey is estimated to have reached about 40%. Al-Qaeda leader in Yemen in custody, UN confirms. Indian farmers launch nationwide highway blockade. Wuhan residents remember coronavirus whistleblower doctor a year after his death. India restores 4G mobile internet in Kashmir after 550 days. Bin Salman ordered second assassination attempt against ex-Saudi official, lawsuit. Indonesia bans forced religious attire in schools. Canada loses 213,000 jobs, unemployment rate jumps to 9.4%. Cuba to offer COVID-19 vaccine to arriving tourists as island aims for total inoculation in 2021. The next headlines are from Forbes. Watch, Super Bowl LV beer commercials. Wyoming GOP calls for Liz Cheney to resign and repay donations in scorched earth censure. Egypt frees Al Jazeera journalist detained since 2016. Gatorade color, face mask designs, Mistral sightings. Here are some of the oddest Super Bowl bets you can still make. Rocker Lenny Kravitz on new Super Bowl LV commercial and maintaining hope during turbulent times. NBA bans players from attending Super Bowl parties. Super Bowl under extensive federal protection from domestic extremism, DHS reports. Greenland Review, tense disaster movie starring Gerard Butler. Morgan Wallen's digital sales soar after being dropped by label, Country Radio. Verizon is talking a big game about 5G at the Super Bowl. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Tardigrade Circus and a Tree of Life, January's best science images. COVID research updates, one man's COVID therapy drives worrisome viral mutations. Daily briefing, Einsteinium illuminates the edge of the periodic table. Vaccines are curbing COVID, data from Israel show drop in infections. What's the risk of dying from a fast-spreading COVID-19 variant? The future of grant proposals is video. Instacrop, CRISPR enables high-speed plant domestication. These gels jump into the air with a snap and a pop. Coronapod, variants, what you need to know. The moon's water is blowing in the wind. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,684,292,069 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Britney Spears' documentary brings validity to Free Britney movement, while putting misogynistic media on blast. Robert C. Jones, esteemed film editor and Oscar-winning coming home screenwriter, dies at 84. European film funder Eurimages to boost diversity, root out bias. Marvelous and the Black Hole Review, appealing odd couple ode to the magic of, well, magic. Pepple's Review, visual rewards complement a primal tale in this noteworthy Indian indie. The Lizard Brain, how I came to learn that addiction is a disease. Nent's Brain Academy plans Mikhail Havstrom epic and magic-themed movie from Let the Right One In writer exclusive. Viking star Peter Franson joins Helsinki Syndrome from Border Town creators exclusive. The sober rebranding of rock and roll. Patrick Mahomes leads NFL's wave of young quarterbacks grabbing Hollywood's attention. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Myanmar blocks Facebook, Twitter as anti-coup protests grow. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin signs military stand-down memo to address extremism. Supreme Court rules against California, doubles down on religious rights amid pandemic. How is the COVID-19 vaccination campaign going in your state? Coronavirus world map, we've now passed the 100 million mark for infections. How severe is your state's coronavirus outbreak? Stimulus debit cards unusable for prison inmates in at least 4 states. Opinion, Alexei Navalny fights for freedom of expression in Putin's Russia. Biden, Democrats prepare to go it alone, believing most of country is on their side. Photos, the world's biggest vaccine campaign has begun in India. The following headlines are from The Week. Wyoming GOP censures Cheney, says it intends to withhold any future political funding. Here's what may happen now that a giant iceberg has split into a dozen pieces. Harris has reportedly pushed Biden's coronavirus team to focus on overlooked communities. China approved second COVID-19 vaccine for general public use. Former Central Intelligence Agency officer explains why Biden is right not to run the risk of sending Trump intelligence briefings. 10 things you need to know today, February 6, 2021. Myanmar military imposes internet blockade as protesters rally against coup. 6 sun-soaked homes in Florida. Senator Ivanka. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. The Leggy this week, amid pandemic, Abbott prioritizes red meat. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. The lava lake returns to Kilauea. The next headlines are from Universe Today. What's causing those landslides on Mars? Maybe underground salt and melting ice. Electrons can get accelerated to nearly the speed of light as they interact with the Earth's magnetosphere. Astronomers can predict when a galaxy star formation ends based on the shape and size of its disk. A new radar instrument will try to fill the void left by Arecibo. What looked like phosphine on Venus might actually just be sulfur dioxide. Dark Energy Survey finds hundreds of new gravitational lenses. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, February 6th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Tomorrow is New Year's Day on Mars. NASA's moon program, Artemis, boosted at White House press briefing. Star hop from Pegasus to the Andromeda Galaxy. Moon and Antares before dawn February 6th. What does Earth look like from outer space? What's the difference between asteroids and comets? Morning moon gazer. The moon rock in Washington National Cathedral. Martin Schmidt solves the puzzle of quasars. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Joe Biden's cabinet, who's in, and who voted against them. Borrell stands by as Lavrov calls EU unreliable partner. Biden's first 100 days. Wyoming GOP censures Liz Cheney for vote to impeach Trump. Biden administration takes steps to dismantle Trump-era asylum agreements. Biden just gave the weekly presidential address a reboot. Parscale urges Trump to run again as a martyr. Facebook Oversight Board member decamps for Biden Department of Justice. Fauci cautions Super Bowl viewers on many superspreader events. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Pandemic pushes city slickers to Queensland country towns. Coronavirus updates live. Australia charts post-COVID course with vaccines. Victoria to tighten hotel quarantine rules. We must work to bring the human race together. Fan pods, zones and no-line judges, the ins and outs of this year's Australian Open. It's a hat-trick, third day in a row of no new local cases. Virtual reality meditation and breakfast bars, can wellness save the office? Senate impeachment trial to put Donald Trump back in the spotlight. Club bosses want expansion team to pay multi-million-dollar fee to enter NRL. The new male dieting angst is causing women to lose their appetite. Almost alone, Australia isolated on climate despite PM's ambitions. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Outside the box, this investor in both gold and Bitcoin says only one offers real long-term safety. Sustainable investing, what new Amazon CEO Andy Jassy needs to do to become a leader in sustainability like Apple. Market Extra, GameStop short squeeze fuels new stock market services tracking Reddit messages. The Wall Street Journal, Fox Business cancels Lou Dobbs show after anchor was named in voting machine lawsuit. Overconfidence, why it's mostly men under 30 trading Bitcoin. MarketWatch Premium, more companies than usual are beating earnings estimates, and sales numbers are just as bullish for the stock market. Newswatch, individual investors are back, here's what it means for the stock market. Deep dive, these S&P 500 stocks have had the biggest increases in buy ratings so far this year. Code red, here's what it means for the stock market now that company insiders are selling shares. Top 10, weekend reads, 7 charts show how COVID transformed everyday life. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. U.S. Navy controls inventions that claim to change fabric of reality, big think. Curious questions, did Mark Twain really invent the bra strap? Country life. Patent Law 101, a virtual workshop, West Seattle blog, West Seattle blog. Domino's awarded fees after win in weak menu patent case, Law 360. BioWorld MedTech patent highlights, Week 4 2021 to 2002-05, BioWorld Online. How great American inventor Woody Norris approaches patents, Forbes. Charts of the week, Black inventors, Black-white wealth gap, Black men poorly served by schools, Brookings Institution. Apple has been sued by Gesture Technology Partners for infringing 4 key camera patents, patently Apple. New ITC 337 investigation powered by battery design patents, the National Law Review. Next Generation Power Modules Patent Landscape 2021, WBG Power Module Patent Landscape dominated by leading SiC MOSFET IP players, ResearchandMarkets.com, Business Wire. The next headlines are from Quartz. Why don't we have an ideal mask yet? Can the pandemic save work? A COVID-19 vaccine apartheid would endanger us all. The most shorted securities in the world are in stocks. 8 tips on being a productive skeptic in your workplace. 8 things to expect from this year's weird, low-key Super Bowl. Citadel Securities gets almost as much trading volume as NASDAQ. Does TikTok have a problem with black women's bodies? 3 reasons why the GameStop saga couldn't have unfolded outside the US. Is the cost of a Super Bowl commercial still worth it for advertisers? The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Judging has begun. Check out the entries in our public domain Game Jam. Texas Department of Public Safety issues Amber Alert for victim of horror doll Chucky. Content moderation case study, Twitch allows users to enable emote-only chats, 2016. Senators Warner, Hirono, and Klobuchar demand the end of the internet economy. Smartmatic sues 2 Trump lawyers and 3 Fox News hosts for $2.7 billion worths of defamation. Now it's the Democrats' turn to destroy the open internet. Mark Warner's 230 reform bill is a dumpster fire of cluelessness. Daily Deal, Motorola Focus 89 Full HD Wi-Fi indoor camera. Court says lawsuit over CBP searches performed 90 miles from the border can proceed. Huawei attempts to rebuild trust by using fake Twitter telecom experts. Utah theme park sues Taylor Swift over album title after exploiting it. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. UFC Fight Night. Saturday Night Live Dan Levy Phoebe Bridgers. Trailblazers vs Knicks. Man United vs Everton. Bucks vs Cavaliers. Miranda Lambert. Huesca vs Real Madrid. Saved by the Bell. Bob Marley. Army Hammer. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. NYPD launches probe into domestic terrorist cop wearing political patch amid calls for purges and cleansing of Trump's army. Genie's out of the bottle. German FM pledges 21 million euros to help Belarusian opposition, oppressed people. Myanmar approves Russia's Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine despite post-coup crisis. Round 2, UFC ace Merab Dvalishvili returns for rematch with Frozen Lake after he was busted open and dive gone wrong, video. Rules do not apply to her. GOP accuses Pelosi of breaking metal detector rule but not facing $5,000 fine like Republicans. Watch out, ref, Cristiano Ronaldo bags for Juventus against Roma, then grabs for officials Ormuzzi asks to check goal, video. Khabib is very closely involved. Dagestani MMA fighter says UFC king Nurmagomedov has given priceless support to 50 drug addicts. Martian landscape, Sahara sand covers alpine snow as early desert wind from Africa turns Europe orange, photos. Super Bowl LV, Tom Brady vs Patrick Mahomes dream matchup set for center stage in NFL showpiece between Chiefs and Buccaneers. Splintered Scottish gives California churches partial win. Rule state cannot ban indoor services, but can limit capacity over COVID. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Democratic bill to target social media giants over failure to police threats. Micro, Americans are realizing the price of safety is devastating. Russia's Sputnik V COVID vaccine a surprise global hit. Trump Jr., here's what comes next for our amazing movement. Americans ditch citizenship in record numbers amid pandemic. Fed efforts to stem rises in yields are back on the table. Mind-boggling liquidity, nobody is paying attention to the $1.1 trillion flood about to hit markets. This is for you, dead. Interview with an anonymous GameStop investor. Biden bars erratic Trump from receiving intel briefings customary for former presidents. Minimum wage, self-service pays $0 per hour, with absolutely no benefits. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. U.S. to end deals to send asylum seekers back to Central America. Pfizer applies for full COVID-19 vaccine approval in Brazil. Sudan, further Kurd-filling direct threat to national security. Palestinian rights groups urge swift action after ICC ruling. Protests erupt in Chile after police fatally shoot street juggler. How will Ecuador's elections affect the future of the Amazon? Will the latest attempt for peace in Libya succeed? The devastation of the Mauritius oil spill is still unaddressed. Iran's Zarif urges Biden to make a speedy return to nuclear deal. What's next for the party of Trump? The next headlines are from Breitbart. U.S. bishops celebrate week in defense of man-woman marriage. Australia urges UN probe into China's systematic rape in concentration camps. Chief's assistant Britt Reid involved in crash that injured 2 children. Missouri law enforcement rescues 8 human trafficking victims. Dershowitz, Trump impeachment political theater, it's just showboating. Nolte, New York Times reporter forced to resign over use of N-word. Report, Nancy Pelosi fines Republicans Gummert, Clyde $5,000 for alleged metal detector violation. Exclusive, advisor, Trump considers launching his own social media platform. Kurds deploy Peshmerga forces to North Iraq in response to growing ISIS threat. GOP Senator Wicker, less and less likely to reach bipartisan COVID relief deal, Dems want to chip away at Trump tax cuts. The next headlines are from UPI News. Lottery ticket worth $1.20 spent 3 months in oblivious winner's drawer. Man runs barefoot half marathon in the snow to break Guinness record. Watch, 92-year-old water skier dubbed world oldest by Guinness. Shelter offers to have cats poop on the names of donors' exes. California man uses TikTok to find owner of misdelivered package. Look, stolen handcuffs returned to Los Angeles Police Department with apology note 60 years later. Watch, Brazil pair break Guinness record with 1,010 origami dogs. Look, beefalo on the loose for 6 months resurfaces after snowstorm. California town pays tourists $100 to come visit. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Weird Cross-Species Transplants Part 1. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Another loud, mysterious ground-shaking boom in Tucson, Arizona. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Cardboard artist creates mirror surrounded by black legendary heroes to inspire next generation of leaders. Kenyan woman startup recycles plastic waste into bricks that are 5x stronger than concrete. World's first all-civilian mission to space will usher in a new era while raising money for St. Jude's. Giant xylophone in a Japanese forest uses gravity to play the most ethereal Bach music. Chicago man goes around buying olive vendors tamales in frigid temps then gives them to homeless. Figaro the tool-making cockatoo taught his mates how to craft tools, and stunned scientists. We use 6 billion face masks a day, but scientists have a genius way to turn them into roads. Scientists develop ultra-precise lasers to remove cancers without damaging healthy tissue. Town gives pizza delivery man a new car for 30 years of smiling service. It's my purpose in life. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, February 6th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Snake and bag found in poetry book from Carnegie Mellon University libraries. 95-year-old woman who worked as Nazi concentration camp secretary charged over 10,000 murders. Race car Pablo. Feds, man uses $7.20 from PPP funds to buy Seminole County mansion, luxury cars. Scientists are testing a mind-blowing time theory in a nuclear reactor. 3 Pennsylvania neighbors dead after fight over snow shoveling, authorities say. Flock Talk is set to take on big tech. Jamaica faces marijuana shortage as farmers struggle. Wallet lost 53 years ago in Antarctica returned to owner. Unmasked man refused service, demands chicken and waffles at gunpoint. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. 2021 can be the year your podcasting dreams truly take off with this step-by-step training. How China could win 2021 space race and take Mars as its prize. Review, a litter robot is worth $499 to never scoop cat poop again. Space law helps prevent Earth's microbes from polluting other planets. 5 tips to keep your F safe during cold weather. This AI generates music from silent piano performances. After 17 months, India finally restores full 4G coverage in Kashmir. Watch Toyota's self-drifting car put Vin Diesel out of a job. With 19 courses and over 460 hours of content, here's all the CompTIA certification training you need. Gaseous mix-up. Scientists thought there could be life on Venus, but there's not. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Discoveries at the edge of the periodic table, first ever measurements of Einsteinium. Physical discipline and cognitive deprivation associated with specific types of developmental delay. Fungi in the gut prime immunity against infection. Study identifies Achilles heel of bacterial link to Crohn's disease. New research sheds light on vision loss in Batten disease. New microscopy concept enters into force. New drug targets for childhood cancer neuroblastoma identified. Civil engineers find link between hospitals and schools key to community resilience. Breakthrough in quantum photonics promises a new era in optical circuits. New way to power up nanomaterials for electronic applications. The next headlines are from Information Week. How to keep machine learning steady and balanced. New opportunities from tech-driven industry convergence. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, February 6th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah gymnastics team springs past Arizona State. On first day in Judiciary Committee, Utah Rep. Burgess Owens lands in vitriolic fight. COVID vaccinations remain above 20,000. Ogden police shoot armed suspect. Lawmakers advance measure restricting when Utah voters can switch political parties. Andy Larson, this rookie class shows how NBA GMs can outsmart themselves. David Brooks, Biden is right to go big on coronavirus relief. COVID-19 pushed fall sports to winter, spring, but the University of Utah is up and running. Rich Lowry, don't give up on the GOP. Letter, Carbon Dividend Act test features both conservatives and liberals can support. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Raspberry Pi OS accused of phoning home to Microsoft. Despite funny name ideas, U.S. Space Force has a serious mission. Alma Linux releases beta of their CentOS Rel 8 fork. They stormed the Capitol. Their apps track them. Ban on wireless modems in voting machines should be optional, suggests U.S. election agency. Chinese probe sends back its first picture of Mars. Has Section 230 created a vast web of vengeance? GameStop, AMC experienced their worst weeks ever. Robinhood lifts purchasing limits. Denmark strikes deal on artificial wind energy island. Galaxy-size gravitational wave detector hints at exotic physics. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Children's coat giveaway in North St. Louis County. Coronavirus cases drop at U.S. homes for elderly and infirm. Fox Business cancels Lou Dobbs tonight after a decade. Biden says erratic Trump shouldn't get intel briefings. Looking to book your first flight in a while? Here's how to shop and avoid fees. Inmates break windows, set fires, at St. Louis Justice Center. Chiefs, Bucks relatively healthy heading into Super Bowl. Unemployment recipient shocked after receiving letter saying he owes Missouri more than $7,000. One in custody following carjacking and high-speed chase ending in Maryland Heights. St. Louis mayor asks state for more COVID vaccines and distribution sites for the city. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Skateboarder killed in crash at UCSD. 36-year-old shot to death in Chula Vista. Third stimulus checks, would you be eligible for a $1,400 payment? Customers take cover as man gets shot, wounded outside East County business. Man hit, killed trying to cross street in North County. Man killed trying to break up road rage fight in North County. String of local grocery store robberies may be related, police say. Lifeguards post warnings at Carlsbad Beach after great white sighting. News now, some local churches headed back indoors this weekend. Watch San Diego Gulls vs Bakersfield Condors on Fox 5. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Gareth Williams, new evidence revealed in the case of despised body in the bag. PVT chat review, Julia Fox is a dominatrix in distress in scuzzy New York neo-noir. An Area 51 engineer just published declassified photos of the CIA's secret spy plane. People are using Instagram polls to spy on romantic competition. Charlie Chaplin was investigated by FBI and MI5 after displaying communist sympathies. How to view Instagram stories anonymously, here's a clever hack. Mossad shares info with NIA officials about IED blast near Israeli embassy. I Spy for February 6, 2021. Former Saudi spy chief denies he stole billions before fleeing to Toronto. CBC News. St. Johns County man releases Bigfoot movie on Amazon Prime. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Army engineers to conduct maneuver testing on the RCVL prototypes. U.S. Army awards contract to Oshkosh Defense to upgrade FMTV trucks. Sikorsky to build 6 VH-92A helicopters for Biden administration. Northrop Grumman offers anti-submarine warfare upgrade to unmanned Navy copter. Lockheed Martin successfully tests Morpheus counter-unmanned aerial system. Royal Air Force receives its 5th Poseidon Maritime Patrol aircraft. U.S. Army moves Ukrainian T-84 tank to Yuma Proving Ground. U.S. Army flows newest combat vehicles into Europe. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Kuaishou reaches $159 billion valuation after largest tech IPO since Uber. China wants to ban tainted celebrities, for good. What a John Le Carre novel can teach about China. Deloitte accused of operational and ethical malpractice in China auditing division. We were smart, China's controversial subculture tells its story. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, February 6, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. California to revise indoor church guidelines after ruling. Hate football? Here's what to watch instead of the Super Bowl this Sunday. Devastating fire burns Oakland Community Center. Warning, don't let Super Bowl become super spreader event. President Biden says former President Trump should not receive intelligence briefings. No Mardi Gras parades, so thousands make house floats. Super Bowl ad seeks civilian for mission to space. No pets, New Hampshire lawmaker frustrated over possible Zoom ban. Family mourns loss of second son in 2 months. NASA celebrates 50 years since astronaut played golf on the moon. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. AFC champion Chiefs arrive in Tampa day before Super Bowl. An antidote to pandemic blues, with some assembly required. Florida, slain FBI agent remembered for protecting children. Varane double leads Madrid comeback win at last place Huesca. Facts matter, Elon Musk didn't vow to put GameStop logo on rocket. COVID-19 cases per county, zip code is the February 5th. Constable, Arlington High grad keeps on quarterbacking the anti-gambling movement. More contagious UK COVID-19 variant found in Lake County. Antioch Township registered sex offender charged with assaulting 2 children. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. 6 Seattle police officers under investigation for January 6 DC presence, when mob stormed Capitol. Bill to decriminalize personal use amounts of drugs introduced in Washington legislature. Significantly colder conditions, temperatures in Seattle expected to drop to lows in 20s next week. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Bulgaria, Greece, Iraq, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Green alert for tropical cyclone Faraji 21, population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for tropical cyclone 1821, population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, February 6th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Pasadena detective dies after difficult battle with COVID-19. New street art represents a Houston forever united for George Floyd. Mayor Turner lays out 2-step plan to fight vaccine inequity within Houston minority groups. 2 nurses, her mom battled 1918 pandemic, she fights COVID in 2021. Utah man invited homeless people to live in his front yard. Definitely getting better, vaccine progress gives hope in fight against COVID, experts encouraged. Supermarket giant Kroger to pay $100 to workers who get COVID-19 vaccine. Inmates at St. Louis jail set fires, break out windows over conditions amid COVID. National Missing Persons Day observed virtually in high video event. Nabisco plant to close, leaving as many as 600 jobless. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Number 25 Drake uses late run to stay unbeaten, beats Valpo. Cunningham helps Oklahoma State beat Texas in double OT. Chicken scores twice as Coyotes beat Blues 3-1. Quieter Radio Row at Super Bowl still had success. Ozuna's return ensures Braves remain serious title contender. Things to know, virus experts hope Super Bowl won't sack U.S. Elvis leaving Texas, Rangers deal Andrus to A's for D.H. Davis. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra extra, the paperwork blunder that's costing the city $6 million. Rihanna, massive protests, and how India's tensions have landed stateside. NYPD disciplines officer seen wearing pro-Trump patches while on duty. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Coronavirus updates, state closes 2 Long Island vaccine sites ahead of snowstorm Sunday. Update, once more onto the snow, as new storm 2 hit NYC on Sunday. De Blasio, seen in rarely worn bomber's cap, launches COVID vaccine site at Yankee Stadium. Behold, New Yorkers gracefully leaping over slush lagoons. NYC mayoral candidates unite to stop superspreader ballot petitioning. Extra extra, a Newark woman survived being trapped in her van for 4 days in the snow. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.61 mag strikes near Charlotte Amalia in U.S. Virgin Islands. Minor earthquake 3 mag, 90 kilometers N of Charlotte Amalia, U.S. Virgin Islands. Light earthquake, 4.2 mag strikes near Dagupan in Philippines. Light earthquake, M4.2 quake has struck near Dagupan in Philippines. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, 61 kilometers WSW of Jizo, Solomon Islands. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag has occurred near Sarangani in Philippines. Light earthquake, M4.3 quake has struck near Pundong in Indonesia. Light earthquake 4.6 mag, Southeast Indian Ridge. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag strikes near South Shetland Islands. Light earthquake, M4.8 quake has struck near King Cove in Alaska. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. The struggle to end female genital mutilation, a dark secret no more. Q&A, documenting COVID-19 effect on youth sexual and reproductive health. Helping survivors of violence seek justice through forensic science in the West Bank. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Globalist coup in Myanmar in progress as globalists attempt color revolution to enforce vote steal. Biden's nominee for new cabinet-level science position is Epstein-linked geneticist. Central Intelligence Agency counter-terror chief suggests going to war against the domestic insurgents. New York Times editors lie, obfuscate facts, to reinforce their false Russian narrative. Robot motherships to launch drone swarms from sea, underwater, air and near space. Tens of thousands protest military coup in Myanmar as internet blocked nationwide. From Event 201 to Cyberpolygon, the WEF simulation of a coming cyber pandemic. Greta Thunberg triggers criminal investigation in India after Twitter debacle. The globalists are gonna need a bigger virus as economic fraud is exposed. YouTube doesn't want you to watch the World War I conspiracy. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Biden gives California woman pep talk in weekly address revival. Officials plead, don't let Super Bowl become super spreader. Is Big Bird from Sesame Street different colors worldwide? Did Biden announce plans to defund veteran affairs? Did Ewan McGregor's brother use OB2 call sign in Royal Air Force? Did Trump quit Costco membership in this letter? Was a woman caught smuggling nearly 1,000 cacti and succulents strapped to her body? Does this picture show an Armor 2021 Dodge Ram? Calls grow for U.S. to rely on rapid tests to fight pandemic. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. MyPillow CEO's video rehashes debunked election fraud claims. Both sides spin CBO report in COVID-19 relief debate. Headlines distort the facts on CDC mask order. Buffett didn't donate to Biden or cause pipeline to be cancelled. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Former Trump and GOP aide charged with distributing child porn. Her spooky hotel elevator video went viral, then she was found dead. How Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk slut-shamed a sugar baby. Bill Maher defends Armie Hammer and blames his accusers. Biden goes big on immigration and dares GOP to stop him. Will Meghan Markle and Buckingham Palace ever call a truce? Biden Press Secretary Jen Psaki prepares for end of media honeymoon. I'm not gonna be a pushover. 2021 Sundance Film Festival's best movies, from Coda to Sharks to Rita Moreno. Our terrorists are an arm of the GOP. Will Biden say it? I've documented cancel culture for years. Marjorie Taylor Greene is no cancel culture victim. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Honoring legendary HS Hoop scout Tom Konchalski as he battles cancer. Vegas-style quickie wedding chapel opens in NYC. NHL team's anger could spark COVID-19 policy changes. Slain FBI agent Laura Schwarzenberger mourned at Miami ceremony. Buccaneers Sean Murphy bunting riding hot streak into Super Bowl 2021. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Interstellar probe mission would go twice as fast and far as the Voyagers. The sky this week. Venus and Jupiter mingle in the morning sky. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Government report finds dangerous levels of arsenic, lead, mercury in many popular baby foods. Polar vortex could send wind-chilled temperatures as low as -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Climate change may have played a key role in pandemic, study says. Johnson & Johnson seeks U.S. approval for one-dose COVID vaccine. Johnson & Johnson seeks emergency approval for one-shot COVID vaccine. Misinformation about COVID vaccine and infertility raises alarm. Pregnant women concerned about COVID vaccine over lack of data. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Body of missing Nebraska mom thought to be found near her car. Federal execution spree before Donald Trump's departure likely super spreader event, analysis. From celebration to immunization, Rio de Janeiro's Sambadrome turns into vaccination site for the elderly. Al Jazeera journalist detained for 4 years without trial finally released in Egypt. California man survives in snowy wilderness for 7 days after GPS leads him down unplowed path. Coast Guard honors Emlen Tunnell, war hero, football great and first black giant. Autopsy and death of Tammy Daybell completed amid probber into Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell. Late U of Michigan doctor accused of molesting hundreds of athletes also abused pilots, report. NYC mayoral candidate Eric Adams accepted foreign travel to countries with a history of corruption. Massachusetts man swallows Apple AirPod in his sleep. The following headlines are from military.com. Veteran still living in home split in two during Hurricane Zeta. Navy veteran reunited with wallet lost in Antarctica 53 years ago. Black Savanahians haunted by memory of U.S. military mosquito experiment. Civilian Army instructor pilot honored for years of flight. 66 people rescued from ice floes adrift on Wisconsin Bay. Former Marine artilleryman chosen as Super Bowl honorary captain. The military doesn't bar troops from being members of hate groups. That could change. Missing soldiers unit suffered from low morale before his disappearance. Investigation finds. Floaty Bois and Homo Spaciens. Space Force reveals list of rejected troop names. Sailors assigned to Navy boot camp in submarine die of COVID-19. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Illinois GOP says Rep. Adam Kinzinger and other Republicans who voted to impeach Trump created widespread division and anger in the party. Inmates at St. Louis jail set fires and break out windows, angered over COVID-19 restrictions. Bloomingdale officials say they'll seek to revoke operating licenses of Indian Lakes Hotel, where shooting left Chicago man dead, several injured. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 3,062 new confirmed and probable COVID-19 cases and 60 additional deaths reported Saturday. More snow in Chicago on Saturday, and even colder temps on Sunday, with possible wind chill of minus 30 degrees. Car fleeing murder scene pursued by police helicopter crashes into squad car on Northwest Side, one arrested. Feds charge Chicago man with felonies after he allegedly posed outside Nancy Pelosi's office during Capitol riot. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Where the coronavirus data stands in the U.S. and world, vaccinations, cases and deaths. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 2,132,025 doses delivered, 63,080 new doses administered, 284,786 people fully vaccinated, 2.24% of the state's population. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Hive thinking, beekeeping makes a buzz in Ivory Coast. China's space probe sends back its first image of Mars. Firefighters contain Australian blaze with rain forecast. Harvard astronomer argues that alien vessel paid us a visit. Fungi in the gut prime immunity against infection. Arctic stew, understanding how high-latitude lakes respond to and affect climate change. Out of this world, Shepard put golf on moon 50 years ago. Women's voices in the media still outnumbered by those of men, study. Long-lived superconductivity, short flashes of light with sustaining impact. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, February 6th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. How the heart became the symbol of love, lust and the soul. Turmeric for joint pain and inflammation, does it really work? The Permian extinction, life on Earth nearly disappeared during the Great Dying. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Sam Hauser scores 23 as number 14 Virginia beats Pitt 73-65. Man United concedes in stoppage time, draws with Everton 3-3. Lawson leads McNeese Street over St. Arkansas 80-70. Faulkner carries Kentucky past Milwaukee 79-65. Stewart helps carry Mississippi State past S. Carolina. Late equalizer damages Man United's title bid in EPL. Jordan Spieth shoots 61, raises volume at Phoenix Open. Mosley lifts Missouri Street past Illinois Street 74-67. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. This Utah man invited homeless people to live in his front yard. Sharks' Bob Bowner explains his way of holding players accountable. Biden gives California woman a pep talk in his weekly address. 1 million potentially lethal doses of fentanyl seized in Riverside. Joe Montana once quit at halftime of a Super Bowl as an announcer. Oakland's Vietnamese American Center damaged in devastating overnight fire. Inmates at St. Louis jail set fires, break out windows. The latest, Rio's carnival site hosts drive-through vaccines. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Black man's family urges no protests after police shooting. New Mexico reports 424 additional COVID-19 cases, 8 deaths. Arkansas reports 1,341 new coronavirus cases, 11 more deaths. 6 additional coronavirus deaths in South Dakota. Police officer fatally shoots man who entered woman's home. Idaho Supreme Court Justice announces resignation. Roseville, Rochester police warn of spike in overdoses. Ethan Nordian, top Proud Boy, poses catastrophic risk of danger if freed before capital trial, Department of Justice. Nevada reports 898 additional COVID-19 cases, 33 more deaths. The next headlines are from The Intercept. ICE threatened to expose asylum seekers to COVID-19 if they did not accept deportation. After Trump's execution spree, lingering trauma and a push for abolition. Was election denial just a get-rich-quick scheme? Donors' lawsuits look for answers. Dem senator warns, if the party wants to lose Georgia, break the promise made in the runoff. Filibuster or bust. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, February 6, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Shuffling bubbles reveal how liquid foams evolve. The Lancet Public Health survey taken after France's first COVID-19 wave indicates almost 1/3 of working-age people could reject a vaccine. Signs of burnout can be detected in sweat. Mathematics developed new classes of stellar dynamic system solutions. Non-teleost ray-finned fishes exhibit mosaic genomic features of lobe and ray-finned fishes. Sensor and detoxifier in one. Computer can determine whether you'll die from COVID. Drug breakthrough gives longest ever survival in non-resectable liver cancer patients. RUDN University mathematicians reduced neural network size 6 times without post-training. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Ao the Sun moves triple-double leads number 12 Illinois past number 19 Wisconsin. Stars defensive core provides model for what Blackhawks are trying to build. Chicago man killed in Bloomingdale hotel shooting that left at least 5 others wounded. Felony charges for Northwest Side man accused of posting photo of Pelosi sign during U.S. Capitol breach. Illinois rolling average of doses administered per day up to 49,909, Hive updates. 3K more residents infected, but 63K more vaccinated against coronavirus across Illinois. High school basketball scores. Up to 4 inches of snow possible before wind chills plunge 30 degrees below zero. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. St. Louis inmates take over units after weeks of complaints. Following arrest of Nice, Missouri man charged in U.S. Capitol riot. It's going to get damn cold in St. Louis starting very soon. Ex-boyfriend charged with murder of South St. Louis mom, daughters. Missouri Governor Parson adamant about unemployment repayments. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Where to find Charles McKee's bold works of art in Detroit. Let's jazz up our Black History Month with some cannabis. Michigan's sheriff uses county email to peddle baseless conspiracy theories. The Scarab Club is celebrating Black History Month for the first time with an exhibition by Black Detroit artists. Iconic Detroit artist Charles McGee has died. Detroit gets green light to begin demolishing, renovating thousands of blighted homes. Michiganders drank more than the CDC defines as heavy drinking in 2020, according to survey. Rashida Tlaib cried while recounting the death threat she's received in House floor speech. Michigan man sentenced for pointing BB gun at Black man who was grilling with his child. Some Michigan restaurants are deciding not to reopen for indoor dining, even though it's allowed. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, February 6, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Which NFL team should be calling about Deshaun Watson? Openings and closings. Lucille's Hospitality launches. Canpay Club opens. Reminder, the rigged election theory started with Bernie Bros. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, Nomadland. El Dorado Nights, a visual tribute and celebration. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, order epic spreads for Super Bowl Sunday. The next headlines are about world records making news. Moto Duplantis sets new 2021 mark in Rua clearing 6.03 m, Olympic Channel. Bonnet goes 156 over 200 fr, Hanique and Esplanches win in Nice, Swimming World magazine. 12-year-old Tanushree Pitreddy creates new Golden Book of World Record in backward body skips, Mangalorean.com. Josh Heron sets world record for fastest motorcycle elbow drag, ride apart. 94-year-old Ontario man named the oldest water skier by Guinness World Record, times now. SSC to Atara speed record explained, controversies and all, Business Insider. Pernil Harder, Chelsea world record transfer fee doesn't phase forward, Sky Sports. German ultra-runner breaks 100k treadmill world record, Euro Weekly News. Limousin world record broken as heifer sells for 250,000 GNS, Southwest Farmer. New Zealand all-rounder Bruce Taylor who set a world record on test debut passes away, News 18. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. FDA clears tongue stimulator you use during the day to reduce snoring and sleep apnea. Jude Elijah is David Bowie's successor as the Man Who Fell to Earth. Saturday's best deals, wireless charging LED lamps, USB mini humidifiers, Mammons K beauty products, UVC sanitizing bags, and more. Pour out a bourbon, Winona Earp will end after season 4 on Siffy. Charge your phone wirelessly with 50% off a multifunctional LED lamp. How to watch the Super Bowl without cable TV. Found in Alaska, these blue beads could be the oldest evidence of European goods in North America. Sanitize on the go with 71% off a UVC travel bag. Trump team bargained for ownership stake in Parler if the president made an account, report. Apple has reportedly hit pause on electric car talks with Hyundai and Kia. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Algrabies Falls in South Africa at 107.96 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Seligency in Russia at minus 60.52 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 51.4 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Review, the dig brings a famous archaeological find to vivid life. Scientific community on report of a strange chemical at Venus, probably not. A new lens technology is primed to jumpstart phone cameras. Gaming sites are still letting streamers profit from hate. Tweaking COVID vaccines to fight variants won't require big trials, FDA says. Klobuchar targets big tech with biggest antitrust overhaul in 45 years. Mac Utility Homebrew finally gets native Apple Silicon and M1 support. Chrome users have faced 3 security concerns over the past 24 hours. SpaceX plans Starlink phone service, emergency backup, and low-income access. Super high-fidelity Mario, the quest to find original gaming audio samples. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump's crisis at the Postal Service will continue for the foreseeable future, report. Trump's election fraud lie has cost taxpayers $519 million, and his tab is still rising, report. Wyoming GOP demands Liz Cheney resign immediately and repay party for past donations, report. Trump campaign paid non-lawyer $6,037 for legal consulting on overturning the election, report. Trump can be trusted to keep his tax returns secret, but not national security, ex-defense sec. Lauren Boebert may be overstaying her welcome with Colorado voters, GOP strategist. Trump will be a martyr after impeachment, and will gain superpowers, Brad Parscale. Trump's refusal to testify at impeachment trial is a win-win for Democrats, ex-US attorney. Georgia Republicans in disarray over fear Stacey Abrams will run for governor in 2022, report. Michael Flynn is cashing in by selling conspiracy fantasies to QAnon kooks, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The Stormy Daniels hush money case may be dead, but Trump still faces legal peril. Biden says Trump's erratic behavior is enough to cut off his classified intelligence briefings. Fox News canceled Lou Dobbs just one day after a voting machine company sued for $2.7 billion. The fossil fuel debate's most bizarre byproduct, petromasculinity. I moderated a Facebook Live event with 2 nursing home residents. It was shocking. The White House doesn't want to hear from Larry Summers. The GOP is seriously ridiculous, and ridiculously dangerous. Dominion voting lawyer suggests OWN may be next for a mega lawsuit. Humans are walloping sea creatures with deadly, disorienting noise. From our archives, Billy Bragg is redder than ever. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Harvard astronomer argues that alien vessel paid us a visit, phys.org. The Webb telescope, NASA's Golden Surfer is almost ready, again, the Denver Post. A deep dive into the wormhole of sci-fi invention, Financial Times. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Potentially groundbreaking drug reverses Alzheimer's disease in mice, NYU researchers say, study finds. Psyched, Boston suburbs decriminalize psilocybin, Delic begins psychedelic treatments, Australia denies legalization, Benzinga. 10 interesting things we read this week, Forbes India. Linguistic intelligence and right-handed, ambidextrous people, The Mast Online, themastonline.com. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, February 6, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Do the Pentagon UFOs cover an ultra-secret U.S. project? Navy UFO patent documents talk of space-time modification weapon. Missing flying saucer abductee found UFO Chronicle 1975. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, February 6, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.